Well, welcome to Sip and Chat, your weekly dose of real estate insight and friendly discussions. Each week we discuss what is new in the market from interest rates, housing stats, community insight, and local news with our favorite beverage in hand. And today I'm doing a little something just to stay hydrated. I am having some Crystal Light strawberry lemonade. It is delicious.
And you can see what I have there.
Okay. And I'm Yvonne Brink with the Brink Home Team here at John L. Scott.
And Levin with the Brink Home Team.
All right. So a little later today, we're going to talk about seller leaseback. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But in the meantime, Levin, why don't you share with us what is going on with interest rates right now?
So interest rates, brought to you by Mortgage News Daily, 6.85 to 7.43 this day. And as we always say, interest rates are daily, not necessarily all week, but daily. So check your local area just to see what's out there. Okay.
All right. And the stats. So we typically cover the top 3 cities in South King County. And so we're going to start off with Kent. And in Kent, we have a total of, is that 74?
Yep, 74 active this week.
74 actives and 21 homes sold last week. They had the most homes sold. So Kent is very hot right now. Their price point is $545,000 to $895,000, with the sell price being at about 102%. So they are definitely at or above the list price. One home sold at 109% over asking, which is about $61,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And 12 homes sold in a week. So there was a total of 21 homes, and out of those 21, 12 of them sold in less than 7 days. So a hot market. You want to go ahead and do
And
three?
three homes, 3 sold in one day at 700,000.
Wow. So just kind of letting you know, those are the price points, and that's how fast things are moving in the Kent area. So if you want to jump on and grab Federal Way real quick.
So Federal Way, 64 total active listings this week, 9 sold. Price range 490,000 to 935,000, so a little bit higher than Kent on the high end. 102% of asking, same as Kent. A little shorter window for turnaround time, 12 days, average days on the market. They had 7 homes that sold in a week. And once again, they had a home that sold at 109% over asking price, which in this case was $52,000.
All right. And then we have Auburn. Right now, Auburn has 97 homes that are active or available. 11 homes sold last week. The price point or the price range is from 500 to 1.1 million, and they're selling at about 99% of the list price. The average days on market is 39 days for Auburn, so they're on a little bit longer, and they have the most inventory. So if Kent is moving too fast, then you might want to check out Auburn and Federal Way.
Yep. And Auburn had the most inventory for the 7th week in a row.
All right.
So, and then in the condo world, condominiums in the 3 areas, 65 available this week, 13 sold, 210,000 to 500,000 was the price range, and they're selling at 102% of asking price, and the average days on the market is 17. They did have 4 homes sell over 100%. 6 of the 13 homes that sold the condos that actually sold were actually in Kent, and they did have 7 that sold in a week. So pretty active in the condo world in those 3 markets.
Okay, so just kind of keep all that in mind. Things are moving right now, especially being that we're in spring right now. Things are picking up a little bit. We should be seeing a little bit more homes coming on the market, but at the same time with weddings, graduations, what else happens? Vacations.
And school winding down into the last month or so. So
Right.
Just a different season coming on as we enter May. There are a lot more activity. And of course, we're starting to get into the summer or late summer holidays too, with Memorial Day coming up in the next few weeks.
Now, with the Memorial Day coming up, do you think is going to be a busy week, or do you think a lot of people are going to be gone for the weekend and things are going to be slow
Well,
that
you
week?
know how it is in Western Washington. It's all codependent on the weather. You know, the weather can change the plans of many. So we'll see how that works out.
Oh,
Because we all know that all it has to say is sunny and 70, and the weather and the plan changes. So we'll see.
we'll see. Okay. So I mentioned seller leaseback, and you might be asking, what is that? Well, that is when a buyer purchases a home and the seller wants to remain in the home after the home closes and become the property of the buyer. So, a couple of years ago, back I want to say back in 2021, the state law was modified so that the seller can retain possession after closing. It is possible for the buyer and seller at the state law level to create a scenario where seller retains possession and that possession is not subject to the Landlord Tenant Act. There are three criteria that have to be met in order for that to take place.
And I'm starting to see a little bit of that in some of the listings I'm filtering through. I'm seeing that seller wants to maintain or be in the home until the middle of June, that type of thing, and it kind of coincides along with that school activity, with it being the school wrapping up and that type of stuff.
So that could be one reason
That
why
could
they
be one
want to.
restate.
Another one could be they're relocating, or they're buying another home and their home won't be ready before their home closes. So there's a couple of different
Yeah,
reasons why
couple
somebody
of-
would want to retain
Yeah.
possession in their home. Now, in order again for that to happen, there's three criteria that needs to take place. The first one is the home cannot be distressed. The second one is the buyer and seller must be represented by an agent or an attorney. And the third one is the buyer may accept rent for no more than 3 months after closing. If they accept $1 after the 3 months, then they are subject to the landlord tenant rights, or landlord tenant act. So they want to make sure that they do not accept any additional rents after the 3 months is up. Now, because this is a fairly new law, there are still some risk associated with it because there are many local ordinances that, I don't know if that's a word, ordinance that supersede the state law. Buyer, if you're contemplating allowing a seller to retain possession after closing, please consider making sure you get the advice of an attorney that is very familiar with the different city, county, states that you're in or that you're buying in, because the court systems can take several months just to present the case, right?
That's what I'm hearing. It's not just a day or two. It can take a lot longer.
It could take a lot longer. So what do you think the takeaway should be from this?
First of all, if the goal is for the buyers in the purchase and sale agreement is to try to make sure that they get possession on closing.
Yeah.
That's the best outcome for everybody.
Yeah, that is the best scenario, is for the buyer to get possession. And if the seller is demanding a lease back and the buyer wants to continue with that and purchase the property anyway, then we're just going to strongly advise you to get legal counsel with an attorney who is familiar with not only the state laws, but also familiar with the Landlord Tenant Act. All right?
In closing, if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more real estate insights and updates. Your dream home is out there, and we're here to help you find it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
See ya.
See ya.